What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hello.
Been watching too much Martin, but welcome back to the Real Deal Podcast, you guys. As always, I'm your host, Keeona, and Zach and Josh are joining me today.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Getting
Good.
ready for the semester to be over.
Tell me about
Yep,
it.
same here. My birthday's in about like a week and a half, so I'm very excited for that.
Happy
And
birthday.
thank you. And so, yeah, Thanksgiving was fine. So, yeah.
How was your breaks?
Good. I rested a lot.
Yeah, I got to see a few movies in theaters. The new Glass Onion movie, which I'm going to be doing a segment on, and then Bones and All, which, yes, it's disgusting, but it's not as disgusting, but that varies because I watch a lot of like movies with gore, so whatever.
Same here. I watch a lot of TV shows before. Well, this Thanksgiving break was well needed, especially on my part, because a lot of stuff has been happening these past few weeks. But the one thing that was the highlight is that my mom actually rented out an Airbnb for our whole family this Thanksgiving instead of staying at our house. And what's funny is that she actually booked it 2 weeks in advance.
Oh, wow.
And when I tell you I did not want to leave that space, I really didn't, because the beds were nice, they were comfortable, and the TVs were perfectly like positioned in a line to where my face was laying down on the bed. Like it was literally right, and it was perfect. And I got to watch some TV shows and pilots that I've been wanting to watch, like TV shows that I've been meaning to get into. Like I started TV shows that I wanted to watch, and then I started rewatching a few TV shows, like Shameless I'm rewatching again, and then The Walking Dead I'm just starting to watch, and to name a few, but that's basically what I did. And then we cooked, and then I went on my dad's side of the family for Thanksgiving, which I always do. But speaking of Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving parade, which I watch every single year because I love anything with New York in it. But I only missed the first 30 minutes.
Only in the first 30.
Yeah, which is not bad, but then I just like it when Al Roker, he wasn't on this year's because he was in the hospital, but whenever they cut the ribbon at the beginning and they say, "Let's have a parade," I just like it when Al Roker says it because he says it in a very comedic and funny way. But overall, it was good for the first hour and a half, 2.5 hours I was watching it, because I stopped to the point where Jimmy Fallon and the Roots came on. So
How long is it? The whole thing?
3.5 hours.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't watch the whole thing. I mean, I'll just watch bits and pieces of it as the day goes by while I'm helping my family cook. But yeah, all the performances were good. Big Time Rush was on there. Jordan Sparks and. Yeah, and there was, same old with the balloons and the floats. Dionne Warwick was on there too. I did not expect her to perform there. That was a surprise to me. But yeah.
The funniest part to me was, you probably missed it because you missed the first 30 minutes, but Leah Michele opened it with Don't Rain on My Parade, and that's literally an episode from Glee.
Exactly.
That's literally a Glee, we're living in a Glee episode. I don't understand.
That's actually, watching Glee for as long as I have, that's actually one of my favorite songs of hers, in general, but I don't know,
But seeing it happen, I was just like, what is going on?
It sounds the way that she sings it, as far as she's been singing it, in commercials or whenever she's doing interviews, it sounds the exact same as she did it on Glee. I'm just
It's how many times did you can sing it?
Exactly. She was literally born to play this role. I mean, sans her character Rachel on the show, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't watch it, because I'm just it just felt like I would be watching a Glee episode. I like Glee, but then Leah Michele, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm sad that she's portrayed an image that way that people tend to hate her. As much as I like her, most of the stuff that they're saying and the stuff that's come out is essentially true. But that's not important. But but Big Time Rush, Jordan Sparks, and Dionne Warwick were my favorites, and obviously seeing the Pillsbury Doughboy balloon.
I love seeing that one.
Yeah, and the SpongeBob balloon.
Wasn't there a Sonic one? I don't know if I saw something on social media about a Sonic one.
Was it?
It might have been.
I have
Maybe.
no idea.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know how many there are.
Oh yeah, funny enough, no MacBook. I have my iPad today, so
Yeah.
it's in my room charging because I forgot it. But me see. I know there was some new balloons this year, but I know there's also this child cartoon that they air in Australia called Bluey. That balloon actually made its debut this year. So, and my niece loves Bluey.
I'm just surprised that Big Time Rush was there. Like, I remember watching them on Nickelodeon as a kid, and like, just I know some like people are making comebacks, but Big Time Rush, I didn't expect that. So I'm like, oh, they're back. Okay.
I know they're like on TikTok, and I think they did a tour, but
I think they're still on tour.
maybe that's why. But also, like, why were they there?
I mean, that I can't see, but then actually, a song that was on the show called Paralyzed, they released like last week. Which I appreciate, because like there were some songs that they did on the show that they sang on the show, but it was never released on an album or just like as a single wise. And Paralyzed was actually one of them. Now all they need to do is release Blow Your Speakers Out, and I would be a happy camper.
I think I know Paralyzed.
Yeah.
I think my friend showed it to me like a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if you watched Big Time Rush, but it was the episode where the rocker Lucy moved into the Palm Woods, and she practically was saying that Big Time Rush doesn't rock because she was a rocker, and they came up with a rocking song called Paralyzed, and then she was like, "The cops are right, BTR rocks," and then Kendall was like, "Thank you." I mean, yeah, rock, but the way that she pulled out that guitar and she was playing that chord on the guitar like a real rocker, I was like, sorry, Kendall, I think she may have won that bet. But
Yeah. No, I remember the show being really fun. Are all the members of Big Time Rush still in? Like.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if like at least one of them like moved on and did something else or something.
No, one of them is married and have kids, and I think it's Carlos. Yeah, it's Carlos because she's married to the Spy Kids girl. I forgot. But let me see. As far as the balloons, like
That's funny because Megan Trainor's married to the Spy Kids boy.
yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Like, but oh, Baby Yoda came into the parade. That I do know.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about Grogu.
Like a float?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the balloon. So.
Yeah, that's what Oh,
It's so cute.
that's insane.
And it's so cute.
My friend, she goes here. She goes to Ball State, but her family, like her little brother, is in the Carmel marching band, and I guess they got to go again. I think they went like years and years ago, like a long time ago, but I'm not sure.
Actually, they did. They were in the parade. I actually caught them before I left.
Oh my God.
Because like I heard Savannah Guthrie being like, they happened to win. They were the best marching group in the country because they won some sort of competition or whatnot, and it was Carmel High School. So that I do remember. And then I saw like them holding the Indiana float. I was like, no way.
There's an Indiana float?
Well, just the name Carmel, Indiana, like the banner. That's what I meant to say. But if Indiana had a float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, what would it be?
Just the state of Indiana.
Or just like
hey, look, it's Indiana.
Or like a huge shuck of corn, because like we're known for corn, like the cornfields,
Yeah.
like. But yeah, man, I lost my train of thought. But like one thing, and this is what I was just saying to Katie, because we talked about this right before we came on. I actually went to go see Black Panther again twice.
Oh, nice.
I did.
Was it better the second time?
It was a little less intense than the first time I saw it, because the first time I saw it, like I said, and you can watch this on the episode of where me and Zach talked about the movie when we first saw it. It was very high paced the first time, but once you see it a second time, you know what to expect, so it's not like as like, you know, like intense or like feeling like your heart rate's going up like it did the first time for me. But I saw it with my stepdad and my mom, because my stepdad has been dying to see this movie, and my mom was like, are you sure you don't mind watching this movie a second time? I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I'm obviously not going to tell you what happens, but I do remember when, I obviously can't say anything, but there's one scene with Angela Bassett, and she's giving like this whole speech. Like, I just remember hearing my mom to the side. She was like, "Ooh, she acted good. Like, she crying real good."
That's some Oscar winning.
Yeah.
Like people are saying that she could like get some Oscar nominations, and I truly believe that.
Yeah.
But until the Oscars show, which is going to be sometime next semester, like I have my bets.
Yeah,
And I have my predictions.
I'm slowly coming up with a list. Like I'm still starting to catch up with the movies that came out this year, so I have a better idea of what I think would be nominated. But really quickly, since we're on the topic of movies and like box office in general, have you guys heard about Disney's Strange World bombing? Have you guys heard of Disney's Strange World?
Yeah.
No.
I know it's like a show, right?
No. Okay,
It's a
okay.
movie?
So
It's a movie.
This proves it even more. So, this Thanksgiving, Strange World came out, and basically they kind of released trailers over the past few months, but just like your guys' reaction, they didn't market it enough. Nobody knew this movie was coming out, and I kind of did, but it kind of jumped on me. I'm just like, oh yeah, that
I
movie.
think I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, and so
I was gonna say like the words kind of look like Indiana Jones a little bit. That's why I was like,
yeah, and it completely bombed. I think it's gonna lose $100 million.
I saw
Oh my God.
that.
It is. I think that's so crazy that.
I'm reading it right now. Like Disney's Stranger World bombs at box office opening weekend.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's crazy that usually Thanksgiving Disney movies, like they release these anime films and like they expect a big box office because sometimes like since kids are on break and everything, they're like, hey, let's take them go see a Disney movie. And nobody knew this movie existed. Like very few people did. But I remember some of the interviews though were kind of funny because I'd see them floating around Twitter. There's one where Jake Gyllenhaal is trying to like say something inspirational or neat about the movie, and he looks to the camera and he says, you know what? Just like this movie, we live in a pretty strange world too. And the funniest part is that there's such an awkward silence that it's just him smiling like, we do. And I felt pain for him. I would leave Hollywood if I
I just wouldn't show your face for a while.
Yeah, I would
at
have just been like, just.
Yeah, bye. See you later. Oh, you stole my move right there. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have been like,
Just it sinks, just.
like. But now, since you're on the topic of Disney, one movie that I wanted to watch over the weekend, and I still need to, maybe I'll watch it this week, is Disenchanted.
Oh my God, I watched it over break.
How was it?
I was highly disappointed.
Oh.
Enchanted, like I grew up on Enchanted, and that was like my thing. And like it was good, it was cutesy, but it's like they should have just left it at what it was. Because I knew that this was in the works for like years, because they announced it like years ago, and I think it kept getting shot down, and then finally it happened. They should have just let it disappear. Like I think the cast is stacked. Like Maya Rudolph, like Amy Adams coming back, Patrick Dempsey. Like it's so like the idea is there. It just like didn't hit because of the original.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are you crazy? Nobody stabs my butt. Like, that's a memorable line from the first movie. But speaking of Disney, they actually just announced that they're making a Princess Diaries 3.
Yes, I heard
know.
about that. I'm actually excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, like there's some people that are like, oh, it's like not really a good movie. It's like it's a fun movie. It's meant to be a fun movie. It's awesome. I love it.
Life, whoever said
Yeah,
that,
it's
but-
so much fun. I watched the first one like a few months ago and I loved it.
I know.
Timeless.
Yeah.
Because who wouldn't want to be Princess of Genovia? But
Exactly.
my only thing that I'm hoping is that some of the original cast comes back. I already know Anne Hathaway and Julie Roberts is coming back, but Chris Pine
Oh my God, Chris Pine is in that. I forgot.
in the second one, the Royal
Yeah.
Engagement. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's my only concern because I've heard him say in interviews that he may want to do it, but then like he'll change his mind and be like, I don't know. But then like I would see what was his character's name?
I don't know.
Yeah, but like him and Mia's Mia and his character, they kissed at the end of the last movie. So I would assume that they would have gotten married, but I don't know. It's too early to say, but
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that the original cast comes back, and who knows, maybe they'll involve Raven in this. Cuz she was in the she sung a duet with Julie Andrews in the second one. So but I don't know. It's too early to tell, but I am so excited. And speaking of that, I too actually watched it last year, like a few months, last year, like during February-ish. Because it was just like, I watched it on Valentine's Day. I was like, probably not the best choice to watch, like both the Princess Diaries on Valentine's Day, especially when it comes to love with my single self. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, like literally. But let me see. Like I have yet to watch that, but then I also watched a documentary on Apple TV, which was Selena Gomez, My
You
Mind
did?
Me. Yeah,
Is
I
it
did.
good? I
It
haven't
is.
watched it
I-
because I don't
I've
have
heard
Apple
of it.
TV.
I cried a little bit just because it's basically like a continuation of her 6 years leading up to her diagnosis of lupus and, you know, her mental health. But what I love about this movie in particular is that it really does shine a light on mental health, and it really does like showcase how celebrities are just as human. And, you know, I actually had an interesting conversation with one of my friends who I went out to eat while I was on break. We were talking about how Will Smith's new movie is coming out, and
Yeah.
people are still like kind of judging him for the Oscar slap. And, you know, I was just saying, like, you know, it's so sad that people are judging celebrities for not being human, like, because we hold them up to a high standard, but then we forget that they're also human and they make mistakes. So, and Will was actually on the show with Trevor Noah just not that long ago, and he was crying because he does feel bad about it. Like, how many more times does he have to apologize? Like, yes, he made a mistake, he slapped somebody on live TV, but in real time, do you think anybody's going to be talking about that slap years from now?
Yeah.
Like, he made a mistake, and like I said, I'm not gonna judge anybody, like, you know, on one mistake. I'm gonna judge them how they handle it moving forward. That's just me. But we're all human. We all make mistakes. Like, celebrities are people too. So what? They're not allowed to make mistakes. Say that they mess up one time, they're canceled for it. That's just not fair to them. But his new movie Emancipation, like, it looks really good. I
I haven't
mean,
seen the trailer.
The
I don't know
trailer's-
anything about it.
I've only seen the poster for it.
oh, I read the synopsis of it this today, and it looks really good. So it's coming out on Apple TV too. And that was another thing too. While I was on break, like at the Airbnb, like all the streaming channels were there, but when it came to Apple TV, you know how they have AirPlay where you can basically put it on your TV. It wouldn't connect to that TV, and I really wanted to watch that documentary on the TV, but I had to watch it on my iPad. But then I fell asleep 44 minutes before it ended. And then, like, I was like, I'm not even gonna try to fix it because I wanted to watch the Billie Eilish one next. But then I
Oh,
was
the
like,
Happier Than Ever one?
uh-huh.
I haven't seen that still. And it's like my favorite album. So
The new one that she just came out with, or
oh, the old one, not the new one. I didn't know there was a new one.
well, Happier Than Ever album, or like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just like, she didn't release any new music.
Oh
but,
no, I know that.
But yeah, I actually watched the first 2 episodes of Ted Lasso actually while I was there.
I've never seen Ted Lasso.
It's good. I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I want to watch all these TV shows, but then, like, I have to watch it a few times just to make sure that I like it. And I said that I was rewatching Shameless, but I'm actually starting to rewatch The Boys. Because it's very rare that I watch a TV show after the first episode to say that I really, really like it. And with Dynasty, the reboot of Dynasty on the CW, and The Boys, those are TV shows that very rarely can do a pilot justice.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised, even though I've already seen like The Boys before, but I just wanted to rewatch it because it's so good. And then I actually watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Andy Samberg is so quick on his feet. Like,
He is.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
yeah, like I watched the pilot. I was like, he reminds me of he kind of reminds me of Michael Scott from The Office, but just in a more smarter and quirkier way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Because he's just so quick on his feet.
Yeah.
But like I said, I watched so many like episodes of TV shows that I've been wanting to watch. Like those are just a few to name off of. And the fact that I wanted to watch a movie, like I didn't really get the chance to. As much as I wanted to watch Disenchanted, at least I watched the documentary. I will give myself that.
Yeah.
And I did, and I went to go see Black Panther twice. Would I want to see it a third time? Maybe, but not in the theaters.
On Disney Plus.
Will it be on Disney Plus?
It's
Probably.
a Marvel property, so most likely.
Well, why don't you get Spider-Man No Way Home on there, and I'll be a happy camper.
Uh,
There you go.
Sony writes, so
Sony?
it's on Stars. I'm sorry, I know, like, just yeah, I know it would be so nice if they let them, like, the Spider-Man movies go on Disney Plus, but I don't know, like, Sony, since they have, like, technically the rights to Spider-Man still, they're like, oh, we'll put that on Stars.
Even though it's technically a Marvel thing too.
Yeah.
Can they like let it go at this point?
I mean, I think.
Like,
At this point, Disney will have
am
to buy
so-
Sony.
Oh yeah, they would, because I'm just like, wait, don't they? I'm thinking of Marvel, but
Yeah.
anyway. But we are out of time. But I want to thank you both for joining me today. And I'm glad that your breaks were well needed, but we only have like 3.5 weeks left this semester at least. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.
Wait, so you're saying you're the Chiefs?